Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. We are live and back at it again, folks. It's Wednesday, so you know what that means. That means we get a little bit of Dynamite. We probably get a little bit of ranting and raving here tonight on the Wrestling for Life Network. Going to be a fun one. We got lots to talk about, lots to get into. Very interesting night from TK and company. Get in that chat, click all the buttons, be a part of the fun. So remember, strap in, strap on, grab your snacks, grab your feel good, and let's go. Ding, ding, ding. We are live and back at it again, folks. Like I said, we are the Wrestling for Life Network. I am Mr. Every Night, KJ White, the Iron Man of YouTube. Happy to be back with everybody on a Wednesday hump day. We put it in the books. We're ready to go on a little bit of wrestling tonight. AEW Dynamite. As always, we start the show off with hope, excitement, ready to go. Couple really good shows to start the year. Last week, iffy, and we'll see what we have to talk about tonight. Lots of matches slated, a face-to-face with Kenny and Will Ospreay. We'll see what that's about. They seem to be kind of working together initially, so we'll see where that goes. But yes, lots to talk about, lots to get into, and I definitely have a few strong opinions about some of the decision-making. But at the end of the day, what can we do? But I see that chat filling up, folks. Make sure you get in the chat. Click all the buttons. Remember, we want to see triple digits in this chat here tonight as we get into Dynamite. I will get to the chat in a moment, but like I said, there is the face-to-face with Kenny tonight going up against Ospreay. We'll talk about it. We'll get into it. I'm not quite sure where this is going, why there's this intense face-to-face. Is it just them like bonding? I don't know what the plan is here, but we'll find out. We'll find out. Tag titles on the line tonight. Very intriguing. We could and probably should see new world champions going into this match or coming out of this match. I'm looking forward to it. Don't know how you guys are feeling out there about it, but very interesting. Julia Hart, Jamie Hayter 2 happening tonight. Another interesting matchup. They're hyping Hart Hayter 2, like, you know, maybe, you know, I don't know. I just don't get the hype around it. Why it is what it is, but we'll find out how the match goes. Samoa Joe makes his return, taking on Nick Wayne. We will talk about this later. I'm going to save that little diatribe for when we get further down the show, but that is happening tonight, whether we like it or not. Of course, we have Cope. What up, Cope? Cope taking on Pac. Another, you know, we got these names things going on. So Cope taking on Pac should be an interesting match. Should be a fun match. I like this match. I like the reasoning to have this match. Ultimately, don't feel as well. Again, we'll talk about some of the booking issues, but we'll get there. We'll remind everyone tomorrow, live TNA. It's going to be a fun one. We are going live with TNA for the first time in 2025, for the first time in a long time outside of pay-per-views, first time ever, maybe. But yes, we will be here live. TNA. New world champion in Joe Hendry, of course, Rascals Fraxium. It should be a fun one. All three hosts live tomorrow night, so we're looking forward to that. But get in that chat, hit all the buttons. Like I said, don't forget the little reaction buttons. Let us know how you feeling tonight. What's on your mind? What are you excited about? What do you want to see? What don't you want to see? And overall, I hope everyone out there is happy, healthy, and safe. Big shout out to Big Nick and Ringsider Anthony, who are out there tonight doing their thing. But I will say hello to the people who are present as we hit roll call when we are about 9 minutes away from the start of the show. So let's see if I can keep up with the chat for once. But Kevin, first one in the chat tonight. Welcome. Good to see you. Damien, always looking forward to the fun stuff. Welcome back, the leader of the Hopium tribe. Official Samoa Joe versus Nick Wayne. Yeah. So we are getting that match tonight. Oh, has been canceled because of issues with travel weather. I had not seen that yet. Damien, thank you. So now this show gets a little more interesting. And to be honest, I'll be straight up with you. I'm happy that match was canceled. I hope they don't do that match. Samoa Joe is a guy that could be a star, that could be at the top of the roster, putting guys over, making younger talent look good. And I know someone's going to say, well, Nick Wayne is a younger talent. This isn't it. This is not what Joe should be fucking with right now. None of it makes sense. The last time we saw Joe, Jericho put him through a wall, but I don't want to see him with Jericho. But Jericho's busy trying to steal the spotlight off of other people. So we will talk about all of that here tonight. But yeah, officially canceled. Okay. Wrestling for Life. Buddies, can't wait for Jamie versus Julia part 2. Electric Boogaloo. And don't get too angry, Nick. TNA is tomorrow. TNA is going to be a fun one. Eric, good to see you. Clay, welcome back. Good to see you. Sup, Mega. How you doing? Jerome, back in the house. Mega, just trying to trigger me early. Back-to-back Jerichos. But good to see you, and we will talk about it. But remember, get your Jericho Hogan t-shirt today. Alexa Bliss returns scrapped because of contract issues. Alexa, I don't believe it. I don't buy it. Again, we talk about it all the time here on this channel. Clickbait bullshit. We've seen it before. McIntyre had issues, was angry, was leaving. Bray Wyatt wasn't happy with creative, even though it was a health issue. They talk a lot of shit. I won't believe it. I don't believe it. They'll be fine. Alexa will be back. Hangman Adam Page in action tonight. Yes. So, again, this card's subject to change, folks. So we might get a couple of things that we weren't expecting. But, yes, Adam Page will be in action tonight. TJ, what's good? How you doing? Ken, welcome back. Mega, we got you. Cooper, welcome. Still think you should put a shirt on, sir. Triple H won Fightful and WP's Booker of the Year. The awards are going out, and we already did our awards. I was doing some thinking and some comparing today. Funny stuff, though. Funny. And again, I think at least WP is based on a fan vote. I will say this. I don't care what happens in any of the awards, but whoever voted for Prince Nana to be non-wrestler of the year instead of Paul Heyman, stop watching wrestling. Give up. You don't get it. It's over your head. This isn't for you. Prince Nana getting that award, which essentially should be called the Paul Heyman Award, is insane to me. How do you do that? How does that happen? How do you even begin to think Nana in any way, shape, or form has had even close to the impact of a Paul Heyman? Again, silly fan vote is what it is. Some of our votes went wonky, and the fans want what the fans want. The fans like what the fans like. But the idea that Prince Nana, come on now, let's be real. Why are we wasting everyone's time with that kind of nonsense? Cooper Austin, we got you. MTB, welcome back. Tony Khan needs knee pads. He is on knee pad notice right now. Roll Tide, welcome back. I'm late because the internet is out, because I have snow in South Carolina. I've been watching videos. It's funny. The Canadians on the news are getting all the Americans struggling with the snow. Shout out to everyone in South Carolina, Florida, Texas, I think got some. Wherever, Atlanta got a ton. So wherever you are, I hope you're doing well. It is a balmy -32 here in my neck of the woods. So yeah, things suck in the winter. Byron, welcome back. I entered 3 Royal Rumble draws from 3 YouTube channels. I got 127. There you go. Well, good luck. Dale, good evening. How you doing? The new predictions champ. How are you, sir? The OG. I think that's your 4th or 5th championship. So the man's got another belt on his shelf. Let's go. He'll be chasing Ric Flair soon. I got called off work, so I'm going to sit down and watch this stuff. Thank God I need a nap. Paul, welcome. Well, thank God I had a nap, so I am ready to go. About 4 minutes on the clock right now. And again, we start every Wednesday with hope. We're gonna enjoy this stuff. I just want it to make sense, and I want the booking to be the booking that matters. I want to go back to when, this guy might be the Booker of the Year. Let's have that debate again. But in order to do that, you need the Booker to get his shit together. And just there's too many things. I think you're wasting talent. And we're going to get into Ricky Starks. We're going to get into Britt Baker. And we're going to get into a whole bunch of fun stuff here tonight. But it's just you're not using the right people. You're not using people to get over. You're not building your company around strong talent. There is a clear cliquey, nepotism, favoritism, petty, high schoolish system there. And I've said it 100 times before. Tony Khan grew up in a different world than a lot of us did. He's not used to managing things. He's used to the maid getting shit and the driver picking him up. And he's used to the, things being handed to him. If you're going to run this company, if you're going to make this company matter, if you're going to put on the best weekly wrestling show, well, you got to work. You got to manage. You got to be able to deal with people. These aren't just toys that you sit in the corner and ignore when you don't like them anymore. So we're hopeful. I want to see this go well, and I want to see this show kick off tonight. They did announce Dynasty for April 5th or 6th. I think it was 6th. Dynasty going to Philadelphia. Very interesting. Should be a fun one. Hannah, good to see. Thoughts on Tony Khan being fed up with Baker. We'll come back around to that as I try and say hello real quick, but remind me if I forget. Daniel Berry, Sports Highlights. Welcome. Wrestling Proud. Good to see you. Richard's back with us. AR Fox randomly being booked on TV. He had visa issues and hasn't been heard from since. You're running back. See this. We'll get back there, MDB. That's a big thing I wanted to talk about tonight. But it feels like 2 years old. It feels old. It doesn't feel new. It doesn't feel exciting. It doesn't feel fresh. Can they bang if you stick them in the ring? Absolutely. But does it matter? Does AR Fox matter? Swerve is another guy. He could be your Jey Uso chasing down a championship in a story with somebody that matters. And he's having random matches with AR fucking Fox. Blows my mind. Private Party losing their belts tonight. I'm with you, Richard. They need to do it. Private Party's been inept. The tag team division sucks. And at least the Hurt Business getting gold is a big deal. Vance, welcome back. Jose, welcome back. TJ, Scott Rizzo is a Jerichoholic. I fell off the wagon, bro. I fell off the wagon. The demigod, the Le Champion, the Learning Tree, the Nuevo, the Painmaker. You're making my eye twitch. The asshole, Jericho Hogan, Jericho. Welcome back, Scott. MDB, as always, good pleasure. Safid, TJ, MDB again from Twitch. Remember, folks, we are live on Twitch if you want to watch us on multiple screens. Jake, the OG Tribal Chief, welcome back. Alexa, we got you. Dennis, good to see you. One guarantee, Britt Picker won't be in the building. Who knows? Remember before, the MJF, they did the fake message. I don't know. I don't know if it's really a leak. I don't know if it's AI. I don't know. It definitely seems like there's a problem. But I am getting the end of a show, not the start of a show. I got excited there for a second. He dances, of course. Keyshawn, welcome back. Chair, welcome back. MDB, we got you. Chris, good to see ya. As I am now getting the parental advisory warning for violent shows. TJ, who did I miss? Bonkers, welcome back. I know there's some comments I got to read, but I will get to them as we are live for Dynamite, folks. If you want to sync up, right now I have Knoxville, Tennessee in the top right corner, and the crowd view, a Kenny Omega poster, a Death Riders poster. But we got Tony Schiavone inside the ring. It was a blazing 25 degrees today in Chicago. Yeah, you guys get the cold like us. You get that damn wind too. What up? So we are opening the show with the face-to-face, ladies and gentlemen. Will Ospreay opening the show. I like it. I don't think you need Tony Schiavone in the ring to introduce him, because they take the mic away from Tony and Tony really does nothing else. Just have Will open the show. Go right into the music. Start the show with as much energy as you can. Tony Schiavone being in the ring is not the coolest thing in the world. But we are off and running. Ospreay looking sharp, looking dapper in his bubble vest. Shout out Fred Durst. And here comes Kenny Omega. Tony Schiavone's in ring, and I'm already mad. We're good. We're good. Hold tight. We still got hope, Paul. We got hope. Very good to see you. So another New Japan match we've already seen so many times. That's what it's so weird, because to me, in a lot of ways, Tony Khan is booking, and maybe that's what it is. He's going to his references. Old WWE, old WCW, old ECW, old New Japan, old. It just feels like his booking is dated. The storylines haven't worked. A lot of things have been amiss. But I think the number one problem in the entire company is you got the wrong people in the wrong spots, right? You're coaching a team and your starters are sitting on the bench and your third strings are in the game and your starters are ready to go. But there's this weird disconnect. And if you're close to Tony, if you're willing to publicly praise Tony, if you dance with Tony, then Tony books you. But it just feels like Kenny, I love the idea of Kenny Ospreay, but I don't even know why we're having the face-to-face. There was no issue for it. There was no animosity, unless this is a friendly face-to-face. You guys understand, like last week and in previous week, they had issues with the Callis family again, working backwards, working in old shit. Will requested this, by the way. KJ, is Dr. Breaker DMD gone from AEW? In your opinion, or is it all the work? I think she's gone. I'm glad you're not dead, says Will Ospreay, and Schiavone actually holding the microphone. This is impressive. What's up, Charles? What's up, Jason? What's up, False Finish Productions? Dig it. Welcome, Dudley Lucky. 5 inches of snow in Alabama. That's crazy, man. It's crazy. I would take some snow if it brought the temperature up. That sounds insane, right? But if it gets too cold, it stops snowing. So we're in the stop snowing area. So Will Ospreay saying Moxie's got the world title hostage. Does he really? So Kenny came back at a bad time, according to Ospreay. I still got Big Bang Theory. I hope that's an old comment. Acoustic Architect, good to see you. Good to see you. Denisha, welcome back. What are your thoughts on Ricky Starks being denied? It's funny because I shared this today and somebody said, like, well, thank you, Captain Obvious. But really the idea that we knew there was issues, but to officially say, can I leave, and officially be told no, that's like the next step in the process. And the thing is, Ricky has no choice, just like Phoenix has no choice, like Miro has no choice, like Malachi has no choice, like Britt Baker has no choice. Sit at home, collect a check for doing nothing, get a hobby. I don't know what you need to do, but eventually you will be free. It's unfortunate. And one of the biggest things that we all rallied around with AEW when it first launched was it wasn't like the WWE. They weren't going to hoard talent. They wanted everyone to work. They wanted everyone to be happy. And as we get to year 5, moving into year 6 for this company, Tony Khan has become VKM. It's very intriguing. So now these two, I don't get this. What's up, Anthony? I didn't think you were better than me back then. I didn't think you were better than me now. So Kenny and Will should have done this 2 weeks ago. Kenny should have returned with Will in the ring and had this moment. Is that fair to say, folks? Like, am I off base? I like that they might do Kenny Ospreay, but they tease Kenny Okada. Why did this happen? Now these two are having a back and forth and the crowd's with it. Kenny says, I don't think you're better than me. And they went, ooh. Bruv. Yeah, again, a contract's a contract. Unfortunately, that's life. And here, oh, fuck. Just when we thought things were getting good, this is the problem with the booking. Don Callis is back to fuck up a good segment. Ospreay out here pleading to Omega for help. Meh. What's up, ringsider Anthony? As Kenny runs down the ramp, Takeshita comes out. Kenny and Takeshita throwing punches. Ospreay waiting in the ring. This is a waste of time. I'd rather have Will and Kenny to be mad at each other, have animosity, competitive animosity. As Kyle Fletcher, and again, we've been down this road. You're holding your best talent back, and I don't know why. As Fletcher blocks. Oh, wait. Reversal. So, so in what is a brawling scene, we are getting full out moves. It was fucking excellent. But the crowd is with everything. Takeshita takes the coat off. Snapdragon by Kenny. Are they going to add this match to the card tonight? That'd be wonderful. We're going to have to wait until July for Kenny Omega. And so why would you tease it in January? I get it. Long-term storytelling, KJ. But then as Kyle Fletcher lays out Kenny, then put him in 3 matches. It starts now. You build to 3 matches. You do what we've seen other companies do. Let Kenny and Okada be the story for a run for 5 months. But you don't just I'm coming to get you. I'm going to go fight these guys for a few months. Okay, so we're still fighting. We're still fighting. As Callis is throwing punches at Kenny with Takeshita. Fletcher is setting up moves again. I mean, again, this is supposed to be a brawl as he goes over the railing, taking out Will Ospreay. Tony. Where's Anthony? What's up, Anthony? I don't know if I said hello. I might have. We got chaos already on this show. All right, I like it. But Kenny and... Oh, wait, we got more people. Lance Archer in the house. Where were you a minute ago? My head hurts from this booking. It doesn't make sense. Again, listen to your audience. That's the only thing I can tell Tony Khan. And I mean, I'm not saying obey your audience. Listen to them. Understand them. Ospreay just seems very submissive in the segment. I don't want that in a star. I don't disagree with that, Keyshawn. I like when he's a badass, when he's cocky, when he's arrogant. But Lance Archer and Ospreay are fighting up the stairs. I don't know where Fletcher went. The cameraman, production, hello. We're just showing random people. Think we would have had a clip away, maybe multiple cameras, but hey, I don't run the show. Gives a more real feel, KJ. My head hurts. Yeah, it's crazy. Ospreay needs Kenny to help him take down Callis. They both have issues with Callis. I'm okay with this. Makes sense to me. I disagree. It's I get what you're saying, but it's dead. It's happened. And Ospreay didn't have issues with Callis. It was in bed. He's beat up just about every member except Fletcher. We're still brawling. It's doing nothing for this fucking company. It is not helping them sell tickets. Ospreay fighting with Callis's family, Kenny fighting with Callis's family. It's not helping move the needle. But they're still brawling. Crazy start to the show. Big fan. What can I say? Always, sir. Always. I don't mind this brawl, though. I don't mind it. Like I said, a little all over the place. But here's Will. Oh, they fought through. So Kenny and... Give me a hand. He's asking for help. One, two. Wow, they really... And Lance Archer goes through a table. What's up, Christian? I'm going to need to see all 180 of y'all here for TNA stream tomorrow. Let's go. TNA is live for the first time in 8 years. There you go. Amazing. Be here, folks. Blow up that stream tomorrow. And don't forget, SmackDown, Anthony's review of TNA on Saturday. Saturday night main event this week. We are in the midst. Now Fletcher's back. Takeshka's beating up Kenny. And you know who we need two guys. Anybody got a guess at who those two guys might be? No security, no officials. Aubrey's wandering around, just clip-clopping in the way. What's up, Charles? How you doing? This is great. It's fun. It's absolutely fun. Everything I said about not liking the situation gets negated by it's fun. I'm just shocked it's still going. I feel like Ospreay should be facing Fletcher, not the whole faction. I feel like Ospreay should be the world champion. For those who get mad, like, you don't like this company. No, I want better for this company. I think Ospreay should have had a rocket strapped to his fucking back, and I think they should have pushed him to the fucking moon. And then when Kenny returned, you had that. I don't care about Ospreay and Brian Cage. I don't care about Kenny and Brian Cage or Lance Archer. Sorry, Lance, I love you, but right now we got Kenny. What the fuck? Kenny moonsaults off the stanchion. Ospreay off the balcony, off the second level. That was fucking cool. That was cool. And the crowd's going to meet like bananas. This is actually really fucking well done. Like, as far as, like, let's get some energy going. Kenny climbs. Ospreay climbs. The crowd is on their feet. 2 men beat 4 men. Don Callis' family sucks. Yeah, this is fucking entertaining. Kenny telling Callis his time's up. We're going to put you under. Okay. Kenny Omega apologizing to Will Ospreay. There you go. There you go. Kyle Fletcher, Takeshka, Will Ospreay, Omega, Grand Slam. The crowd's going crazy. Crowd's going crazy. They could have just had a tag team street fight and saved all this. No, I mean, I'm okay with it. We've had a lot of brawling in wrestling. I'd be hypocritical if I was like, that was not, it was actually fun. Okay. So they start Kenny's music. Kenny shuts the music so he can do his tagline, and then says, "You can hit my music because I'm afraid of heights." Here's the question, folks. How many of you out there are afraid of heights? How many Kenny Omegas do we have out there? Considering the guy's jumping off shit, pretty brave considering he's afraid. One of the funnest starts to a Dynamite in weeks and weeks and weeks. Would you agree with that out there? This tag time, it's going to cook. It's going to cook. Again, I don't like, it's not even not liking, but I don't like how all this is playing out. I don't like that I feel Kenny and Will are being held back. But my God, that was fun. The match is going to cook. But in weeks, I can't think of the last Dynamite that started that fun. Only like in a plane. Yeah, I'm not afraid of heights, just falling from them. As we are getting a package, the opening segment was great. There you go. A lot of people are happy with how that starts. Kenny needs a manager. I don't think so. Babyface Kenny, I think he's fine. Again, he's got a certain delivery to what he's saying, but ultimately the crowd's behind him. And his cadence kind of gives the crowd a chance to respond. I don't think Babyface Kenny needs a manager. And if he's hanging out with Ospreay, let Ospreay do all the talking or most of the talking. Now you can hit my music because I'm afraid of heights. I'm scared of heights. It's true. Loved it. I'm afraid of heights and bridges. Bridges. All right. This tag match is going to be amazing. Let's go. Wow, look out. That Cal's family, even when they outnumbered 4-2, they still get their asses kicked. Part of me thought the Cal's family was going to get the better of them, and it would set up an 8-man tag, and we're missing $2. But I got John Moxley. Wheeler Yuta's starting to look like Adam Sandler's caddy in Happy Gilmore. And Marina, back in the storage section again. Big common theme here. Bridges. Omega can never speak a promo. He did okay. Plus, he was breathless. I like those, those on the spot, on the fly ad lib kind of moments. Edge versus Pac, I do believe so. So Moxley said a bunch of stuff that nobody cares about. Says that Cope's neck is hanging by a thread. Danielson's neck was hanging by a thread. So good luck. Aerial Assassin in the best bout machine, V-Trigger and Hidden Blade, Assassin's Creed and Street Fighter. Kenny Omega and Will Ospreay will join forces at Grand Slam. I feel like I needed background music for that. Fight. There's too much work to do. The thing about Moxley is I don't understand because the story, the visual, what you're physically doing doesn't match with your promos. But here comes the Hurt Syndicate, folks. So a night that started off wild can continue to be wild as we could get new tag champs up next, wasting no time here on Wednesday. Hell of a start to the show. So get your votes in. Who you taking? Who'd you have in this match? I am going to take the Hurt Business. I think it's better for business. New tag team champs here. Great opening segment. I'm scared of women like Liv Morgan. I would end up terrifying. Then stay away from Rhea. She'll take you to heights. Then wow, Ken, well played, but wow. I hear that a pay-per-view of AEW is coming to Philly. Yep. AEW Dynasty. One of their better shows last year, in my humble opinion. Really solid show, Dynasty, last year in St. Louis, I believe, if my memory serves me correct. So yeah, that's coming to Philly April 6th, I believe. But here comes Private Party, and get those votes in. Shot. I love new information. I like learning. I can't see how Private Party is still maintaining those belts. Yeah, there'd have to be something. It wouldn't be Ricochet because Ricochet went heel. Swerve's messing with Ricochet right now, so I can't see it being him. They keep showing the guy in the Sting mask in the front row. They just keep doing it. But short of some type of disqualification, I cannot see this match going to Private Party. What do we have? One viewer. This new theme ain't it. Yeah, Bobby Lashley could beat Private Party by himself. Facts. But we just saw two giant dudes get beat up. So it can happen. It can happen. And again, play the power versus speed. Shelton Benjamin becomes the X factor in it all. But if you want to impress me, Tony Khan, give the Hurt Syndicate the belt. Make it simple. You don't have to drag this out. Again, nobody's overly excited about Hurt Syndicate Private Party in a feud. Take the belts and then find really good challengers for the Hurt Syndicate. KJ Daniel Garcia, Mark Briscoe helps Private Party win tonight. I'd hate that. I'd hate it. Spaz, welcome back, sir. Hope you are doing well. Keep him warm. $10 super chat is always appreciated, sir. Sup, K Jizzle, big love, my guy. I may be alone, but that cluster came off incredibly try hard. Thoughts on NXT running center stage and TNA running Full Sail. Also, Shafir looks like she's ready to... Why? Why do you do that to me? But yes, thank you so much for the super chat. Real quick, TNA going to Full Sail. Everyone talked about this contract, this working relationship. A lot of people tried to foo it. This is gonna be good. Good shows, good venue, good production out of Full Sail. It again, more opportunity for some of their wrestlers to be at the PC. Get it together. I think we're leading to a pay-per-view. It's really cool. NXT running center stage is awesome. There's going to be a fun time. What else did you say? In the beginning, I criticized the booking decision for Will and Kenny to be in like the middle of your show. That's my biggest issue. That being said, what they did tonight, those two, I don't like the 2-on-4 aspect of it all. But other than that, I thought it was a great way to start the show. At least the show started with energy. It started with vibe. It was fun to watch. Two big moves, a table spot to Archer. I like it. I really thought it was a fun way to start. And then to quickly transition into a World Tag Team match, I think it's great. As Bobby Lashley just swats away a drop kick. Maybe a lot of the, maybe at some point, the fans being disgruntled about some of the decision making does land. Dun, 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 dun. I'm trying to hear what they're chanting right now, but Shelton is in the ring. Private Party trying to use their speed. Bobby is a monster. Big dude. Just such a nice guy, though. What's up? Byron, WWE 2K25 has I Quit matches, open world, intergender matches, and a bloodline showcase. Tomorrow, they are going to tease Towers mode. Sweet deal. Let's go. We'll see a third member of the Hurt show up tonight. Why do you think that? I'm curious, Craig. Like, cool. I think you had a couple options, but ultimately, who would it be? Brian Cage used to been used more and dominated. Brian Cage, I've never been a fan of Brian Cage. I didn't like him. I don't know. He just never clicked with me. He reminds me of Ryback. But we get the suplexes on the outside. Private Party pancaked. Shelton Benjamin rules. Shelton's been outstanding. Shelton puts Quinn through a... Woo! We hurt people. All we're getting. As we go to picture-in-picture, folks. Remember, get in this chat, 134. I want to see 150 in this chat tonight. Keep it coming. We appreciate all the love. Like Anthony said earlier, we are back tomorrow. TNA is live for the first time in 8 years. Like he said, Our first time doing a live TNA weekly show. We're hoping, folks, it goes really well. We have a very successful stream, and you fans out there, let us know how you feel about the live TNA streams because we'd love to continue doing it. Anthony gives us the best TNA coverage out there, and we cover all their pay-per-views. But if you want to see TNA weekly shows on a Thursday, you got to be vocal. You got to show up and show out. TJ, that was awesome. I don't see anyone who really needs to join the Hurt Syndicate. At first, I thought Ricochet, but he's doing great things on his own right now. Not needed. Yeah, I just don't know who. Like, and again, a third guy maybe adds a bit of a different element, but Bobby to me would be like the initial that you bring in the first two and then Bobby, but MVP's kind of like 2.5 men. If you catch my drift, like he kind of wrestle, kind of manages. So yeah, I mean, ultimately, I kind of agree with you. It doesn't really serve a purpose. And giving them a third member, they're already dominant. Look at the size of these men. Look at the beatings they should be putting on people. So adding a third guy almost seems overkill. How are you going to stop them then? They should just walk up to John Moxley and the Death Riders, turn them upside down, and shake the belt loose and walk off. Benjamin and Brock, yes, they did. Yes, they did. That table broke, so it gave out. It said, I'm done here today. We are back to the action. Bobby tagging Shelton. Dr. Michael checking on Quinn. No, Brother Zay. And Quinn is getting manhandled. Just lay down. Just lay down. Play dead. Play dead. Brian Cage's biggest flaw is his outfits and don't fit together. Yeah. Brian Cage's biggest flaw is he wants to get everything. He wants to get all of his shit in every time. That's my thing. I think he has an opportunity to fight like a big man. Just bear with me for 1 second, folks. Just trying to figure something out. Bum, bum, bum. But yeah, no, I think this is a good Dynamite so far. I'm with you. Like I said, I compliment the full energy. Crowd was into it. I always say that the crowd is the defining factor at the end of it for me. If you are getting over with the fans in the building, that's your job. And then we can go from there as breaking things down. The fans were on their feet. It was the best energy to start a Dynamite in weeks. So I don't disagree with that at all. Then you transition into a pretty good tag match so far. And you know, a tale as old as time. The big strong guys beating down the young fast guys. Brother Zay has made it back to the apron, by the way. So I'm with you. I'm with you for sure. Awesome show so far. Very happy with everything I've seen. I approve. Reginald, I disagree. No, it's all I mean, again, I just said all the spiels. I like the beginning, but I wish it didn't include Cage and Archer. I kind of feel the same way. And plus, when you're trying to make me feel like Cage and Archer matter, I felt like maybe you were kind of trying to push them into the non-existent tag team division. And yeah, I mean, again, you lose 2-on-4, but then the argument becomes, well, those are the two superstars. That's why they can win that fight. I'll accept that. Bum, 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 bum. How do I delete you? Welcome back. Loving all the emojis coming out of Twitch. Thank you for joining us on Twitch, Cooper. I was optimistic, and when I saw the card, yeah, I mean, fair enough. Lashley breaks up the cow, near fall on Shelton. Wait, so Grand Slam will be shown at 2 a.m. No, I guess they're recording it 18 hours prior to showing it. Camille hurt? No, Camille gone. Camille gone by the story. The reports is Camille and AEW have parted ways. Super kick to Bobby Lashley. Inzaguri, roll up. Do. Holy shit. We're about to get new champs, folks. We're about to get new champs, folks. Oh, broken up. Shelton ducks under, belly to back. Release says goodbye. Hot start for sure. Another one. Listen, all you have to do is let them win. Let them win. Yeah, they didn't do well with Camille, but right now they are annihilating. All they got to do now is stack both guys, get the pin, and become champions. If this is how this match goes, it's over. Come on. And new AEW Tag Team Champions, the Hurt Business, absolutely annihilate Private Party, and are your new tag team champions, folks. I like it. Well done. Good match. They were dominant. A couple moments for Private Party instantly squashed. Bobby Lashley, Shelton Benjamin looked absolutely terrifying in that match. Cooked. And you got new tag champs and legitimate tag champs. I like this. I'm with you, Austin. It didn't go too long. You didn't push Bobby and Shelton to the limits where, they barely won the belts. They absolutely dominated. And yeah, you know why I chose that word. Wait, who is this? Who is that trying to cheer them up? Yeah, that was perfect. And again, folks, hear me very clearly. That was perfect. I got no complaints. As we transition to Mariah May, I am the most disrespected champion in AEW or in the world. I don't know, both. Not out for PP either. They got mowed down like geeks, nothing to keep them strong. But they weren't strong going into this. So this is perfect. Like, remember, Private Party were doing nothing until the Bucks decided they were going to go home for a while. And instead of the Bucks doing good business, they handpicked who they dropped the belts to. And they gave them to Private Party. It made no sense at the time. It came out of left field. So to me, Private Party was dead in the water. Then you didn't book them. How many times did they defend those belts, guys? Not much. So they came into this super weak. If they had pushed the Hurt Business to the limit, to me, it doesn't work. I don't like it. I don't buy it. As we got Toni Storm with a whole new look with Renee Paquette. Question of the night. Oh, Cameron, this show just keeps getting better. Let's go. The show just keeps getting better, folks. Yes. Okay, so now she's talking like a fucking pirate. Did she just call her a dick? A Sheila I do a shoey with? So they put them together. Yeah. Water. Beer. Mariah May, Toni Storm. Tony the Swashbuckler. That was, again, follow along, folks. Hella over. Absolutely. I don't even know what I was saying before Mariah May came on. Private Party got buried by TK. Perfect. Perfect. That gives me hope that Tony Khan can take a risk and bury the right people at the right time. Private Party just got buried. No, I'm good with it. I'm good with it. They didn't get buried by the Dark Order. They didn't get buried by Leo Rush and Action Andrade. They got buried by Hurt Syndicate. And what makes this even better is the fact that it just makes it. This moment isn't about Private Party. This moment is about the Hurt Business. And tonight, the Hurt Business looked legit. Tonight, the Hurt Business looked like they matter. Tonight, the Hurt Business became champions. That's what's most important in this moment. That's what matters the most in this moment. And I'm good with it. I again, for those who think I just pick on this company, my God, I cannot recall the last time I was 40 minutes into Dynamite, pumped, absolutely pumped, super legit. Bro, that might be a scrap. That might be a scrap, bro. Harley out here killing it. Harley's got, I know people see her as the silly, but Harley can be your Chelsea Green. She's funny. She's entertaining. She stands out in a crowd, one reason or another. But yeah, no, like you literally have Harley that has personality. What she just did with Tony, funny as hell. I hate the Tony amnesia gimmick, but fuck it. Here we go. It should be fun. Mariah and Cameron destroy Tony together. Could be, Frank. Hold on tight. Private Party to NXT. How do you feel about that? Not bad. Not bad. NXT has a much better tag team division. NXT actually uses their tag teams. And if you told me next week on NXT, Private Party versus Praxium, you can have my money. I'll show up for that. There you go. Harley fans. Guys, go to X, go to Instagram, whatever. Hashtag it. We want Harley. And let's make this a thing. Let's get Harley Cameron over. Tag us. We'll share it. Do it. Let's get Harley Cameron more TV time. I only understood about 50% maybe, Richard. She definitely sounded like a pirate, though. Tag team wrestling in AEW is not good. The trios division cannibalized the tag team division, and now both are irrelevant. How long has the Death Riders had the trios belts? A couple months, few months now. How many times have they defended them? How many times has someone challenged for them? Get rid of the trios belt, bury them, make it an angle. John Moxley says, we hate this company so much. I've been keeping the world title in this suitcase. But on top of that, I hate it so much. Fuck your trios division. These belts are done, and have them set them on fire, blow them up, run them over with his pickup. Just put it to bed. We don't need a trios division, and actually book your tag team division. As I got Jeff Jarrett coming out of commercial break, folks. I'm around 150 here tonight. Keep it coming. Keep it coming. Remember, we are on Twitch. Karen appealing to her husband. You getting in the mud with MJF is not your style. It's like smoking Reggie. Yeah, it's kind of gets the job done, but facts, 100%. Too funny. As here comes Jeff Jarrett. I will ask everybody out there, 144 people with me right now. I will ask everybody who's watching as Jeff Jarrett comes out, what is your feeling on the idea Jeff Jarrett, MJF? Are you happy that this is happening? Did you like the promo last week? Are you excited about a potential match? What's up, Knoxville? KG wants Ava to dress like Karen Jarrett. I want Ava to dress like she's not working at Hot Topic. Sometimes I get high to free my mind. Tony is playing Mariah May, I think. That's one of the theories. It's still stupid. Still stupid. Because what happened? What changes? Even if it does have amnesia, she can still physically do what she does. Or did she forget how to wrestle too? Help me understand. Hit that like button, folks. Don't forget those little reaction buttons mean the world. They beat my ass. How do you delete you? Tony's playing. I don't get it. What's Wrestling Proud saying hi to Dale? Shazam. You can't have trios and tag teams unless you have enough plates spinning to allow for it. I'm with you, Shazam. Again, it's just a hard sell. And again, you don't. Neither are good. The idea tonight, or the hope I have tonight, is that it's so much better now. Because MVP, Bobby, Shelton feel like they have some sway. Feels like they're calling their shots. So, all right, who are we wrestling now? We're not just going to be the tag team champs that sit at home. What are we doing now? And that match was perfect. Absolutely fucking perfect. Yo, bro, Cedric and the Hurt Syndicate Trios champs within 2 months. Jay, Cedric, I believe, re-signed and staying where he is, but I could be wrong. D-Riders need to end. Yeah. And again, when you finally got something cool, Jeff Jarrett getting tons of TV time. But you finally give them something decent to, like, for us to sink our teeth into. You line them up against Rated RKO, and you're like, or sorry, I always do that. Rated FTR, you have an opportunity for a really good match. And you know, Edge going after Moxley, I can get behind that. And then you got Jericho thrown in the mix, and you got all this extra shit. I mean, again, like, you have the Outrunners out there. Right now, the Outrunners should be second on your depth chart, chasing the Hurt Business. Private Party, why not? I mean, I don't think the Private Party lack talent, but they're not important in this company, not on this show, and they haven't been for a long, long time. I do see a couple super chats. Spaz back at it again. Uploaded a very brief preview of NXT Atlanta. I'd love to see y'all over there after KJ, of course. Hope y'all are doing good tonight. Go give our friend Spaz some love, a big supporter of our channel. Go support his channel. Go give him some love. And the Death Riders. See? Anyone else fucking confused yet? The Death Riders are coming out to talk to Jarrett. Claudio, European uppercut. Anybody? Somebody? I'll wait. Someone tell me how this makes sense. You said smokes. Smokes in a pancake. Oh, then you should have done this without MJF. Trios and tags also should have to be separate. Yep. Why? Jeff Jarrett's hair looks exactly like my grandma. He got that Golden Girls vibe going on, my guy. So Claudio comes out. Europeans. Jarrett says nobody gets to Moxley unless they go through me. So why wasn't this the story last week and the week before? Comedy. You think it's comedy, or are you asking me if I think it's comedy? Claudio versus Jeff. Yeah, okay. Why? What about this? Why is he asking nice? Why is he not demanding? How do you feel about having a little, brouhaha? How do you feel about a bit of a schmoz between me and you? Fucking tell him, bro. Say it with your chest. Yeah. Blanche Jarrett, I love it. So next week, Jeff Jarrett, Claudio, it's on. Because I am the JARRETT. It's not like they didn't have a chance to build up the charisma. They are day one AEW alum. Yeah, but you can't build up anything if you are sitting at home more than you're in the ring. And that's the problem. You're not working through your roster efficiently, right? You got to give ebbs and flows. You got to give people time off. You got to bring people to the forefront and you push people to the back. You got to know when to do it. And, Private Party in the beginning, they upset the Bucks. They're in the tournament. They look like they could do something. I felt like they should have been the first champs, not SCU, but hey, it is what it is. But then here we go. It's crazy to me. But Kid Revo's $10 in the books. Thank you so much, sir. The belts are not important in AEW. Look at Takeshita. How many defenses has he had? He was rarely on TV as a champ. Even Okada, rarely seen. And Moxley, it's just a job title as he literally has no belt. It's amazing to me that we have not seen the AEW world title on AEW programming in weeks and weeks. And it's crazy. Rare in wrestling. Now that somehow equates to Moxley holding it hostage. I don't get that fully. But again, the clustery booking. Now, what I think is going to happen next week is Jarrett and Claudio are going to have a pretty good match. It's going to be highly competitive. It's going to go for quite a while. And then MJF's going to fuck this one up. So you're still keeping your eye here, but you're also dealing with this. I think you would have been better served if Jarrett just went after, directly towards the target. Weekly booking. Yeah, no shit. I didn't like that segment. I didn't like it either. And again, as fans, I think what makes us mad, and you guys can correct me if I'm wrong. By all means, if you disagree, let me know. But as fans, we're following the narrative. Okay, this is what you're telling me. And when you just veer off, we get kind of frustrated of, well, we're already, you have this rivalry building with MJF. You come out tonight, you talk about MJF, and then Claudio punches you in the head. Oh yeah, now we're back to that's where it gets frustrating as a fan base. Wrestling for Life, what's up, Lisa? Maybe TK is not here due to the weather. Tony Khan couldn't make it. He was too busy firing Jaguar personnel. Yeah, maybe the show's better. Christopher Daniels is in charge tonight, or Jerry Flynn, or the mop bucket in the back. Anybody's better. So, yeah, maybe that's what it is, Lisa. That would be, if that came out, that Tony Khan couldn't make it to the building tonight, that would be a very happy moment. It'd be hilarious. Is there going to be WWE 2K25 gameplay on this channel? Maybe. We'll talk about it. Especially now that we're dialed into Twitch and we're still trying to figure it out, but maybe. We'll say maybe. The last time we tried video game stuff, it was AEW Fight Forever. Didn't go so well. But again, folks, comment on our videos if you want to see stuff like gameplay on the channel. If you want to see more Wrestling Court or more Wing shows or more TNA, let us know what you want. We have a comment section. Don't do it in the chat. I don't want to read your shit. But comment on the videos after they go live. Or we go off the air. How the fuck do you delete this? So now we are getting a package for Megan Bain coming out of the commercial break. I love that Sting still comes and watches it. Buys the front row ticket is the most impressive part, Wrestling Proud. Those trio belts are so forgotten. Trios belts are forgotten. At times, I forget who the TNT champion is. We rarely see Okada. But here comes Nana and Strickland. And again, for my booking criticism of this situation, negates the fact, or does not negate the fact that this is still going to bang. This is going to be a fucking amazing match. We just came off a new title change. A little bit of a palate cleanser in the Jeff Jarrett promo. But now we're right back to what could be a very high-paced, high-action, really good match. It works. It works. I understand Max holding the belt hostage, but not the rest. I said it earlier, Shazam. The problem with Jon Moxley right now and the Death Riders, one, why the fuck are you anywhere near Chris Jericho? What the fuck are you doing? What are you thinking? Again, you're trying to be the coolest guy in the coolest guy in school, and you're going to take the nerdiest guy and hang out with him. Generally not a thing. I watched enough fucking John Hughes movies to understand that that's not a thing. As here comes Air Fox. Air Fox even got the second entrance. But Moxley's words and Moxley's actions don't match. They don't jive. He's talking like he's burning the world down, but behaving like a schoolyard bully. Let's go, buddy. Lucha Underground reunion, very much so. Now we've had this before, and then there was visa issues, and then I think AR got a little bit in trouble. They weren't happy with him. I could be wrong. 102 days not seeing the championship belt on TV is just craziness and horrible production. Yeah. If you want to do things like spray paint your world title or change it in some way, shape, or form, but to have it invisible on your show, to me, that's asinine. And if it is being held off the show, it should be talked about a lot. Really highlight it. Show the championship belt in packages, in vignettes, and have it talked about. This belt's not coming back until this company is the way I want it. Build to it. Again, constructive criticism, just ideas. Crowd going. Nana's got the crowd going. Swerve off the second rope. Knees up. That was sloppy as shit. And now we see Ricochet in the back. This is working. Nerdy. I don't even know how to explain it. Rich, snobby, kind of douchey. Ricochet works really well. This is the second week in a row we've seen somebody dressed as Sting in the front wall. What if part of the storyline 1 week is it might be. Jackson, you never know. Never say never. Never rule it out. Maybe they got a show nearby Sting's house and they talk him into one. I want to see Bane Statlander. I'd love to see Bane Statlander. I think you had an opportunity to bring in Megan Bane like a big star. Putting her in a gauntlet match that she doesn't win, to me, is a missed opportunity. But she's outstanding. As we go to picture in picture, folks, Nana taking out Ricochet made no sense. Didn't love it. They don't jive. You jive turkey. Where has AR been? In the abyss. He's been in the same abyss with the long list of wrestlers we never fucking see until Tony finally needs somebody to fill a gap. Right? They are literally plugs. Because as the ship's sinking, he's just shoving people in plugging these holes, hoping he can keep the ship afloat. Moxley, the wannabe tough guy at every bar, Ian. He's that guy that runs his mouth, causes the scene, rips his shirt off, and gets one punched. That's Moxley. Just gets laid out once, crack down. All this, man, it is insane. AR Fox finally came back. Yeah, he did. They did AR Fox dirty when Swerve just kicked him out with no follow-up. Yeah, and that was working. I mean, again, AR Fox and Swerve, banger matches. Absolutely banger matches. They just, again, you got to follow it up. You got to continue it. AR 0-5. He went 0-5 last year. That tells you all you need to know. Now, again, I mean, AR Fox getting paid good money to go 0-5. He might have one of the highest dollars earned per match in the company. Mox talking like he's, what is that, Negan? Oh, from Walking Dead. Oh, okay, I got you. How do you say that? AR Fox got his Moxie pants. Cargo pants. Shout out Cargo pants. What's up with Jade noting, I guess? Rumor is she's training. She's at the PC. She's getting ready for a return. My guess, Rumble. Put it over strong psychology. Put it over strong psychology. The psychology matters, and it makes a difference. You really want people to buy T-shirts and buy tickets. The psychology is so important, and it's just little things. And again, I think the biggest problem for Tony Khan in 2025 is I got Swerve fighting AR Fox. I got Claudio beating up Jeff Jarrett. I got Will Ospreay and Kenny Omega, two of the biggest stars, taking on mid-card guys. Like, it just feels like Moxley's at the top of the chart. Jericho's but right there with him. Rated FTR is not a bad show, but we saw what happened with Dax and Jericho. Looked terrible. Dax wrestled what? How many matches FTR have last year? 10? 12? 20? How many on Dynamite? Kid Revos, thank you again. I got that one already. Thought I had a new one. Oh, there's the new one. Shazam storyline doesn't need to be complex, but it does need to either fulfill or subvert expectations. It doesn't set up. Nobody cares. It doesn't pay off. People feel like their time was wasted. I couldn't have said it better myself. Again, it doesn't have to be this big, elaborate. We don't need the most complex stories. I hate you. You hate me. Let's fight. I want to be champ. I want to be champ too. Let's fight. You did me dirty. I hate you. Let's fight. It's pretty much easy. Just have a clear, have an antagonist, have a protagonist, and make it meaningful. And wow, nice DDT by AR Fox, and Swerve gets back in the ring. But yeah, no, ultimately, and beyond that, outside of the story, Shazam, and thank you so much for the super chat. Again, I don't know how it's beneficial for Swerve to have a strong competitive match with AR Fox at this point in AEW history. What does it accomplish? Here's a random question. How soon do we get Pretty Deadly as tag team champions and they get to do their musical? Jeez, Ian. Let's hope. I'm going to go late 2025. I do believe if they continue doing what they're doing, they will be champs. I don't want to see the musical, but I think they're going to do it for shits and giggles. But I do think they're building a pretty good division right now. So Pretty Deadly might not be the only team in the mix. What do you think is the next potential Moxley title match? Mox Edge. That's what it feels like, Kyle. And the reason why people have to ask what's the next match going to be is because, Edge is here. Cope is here on Wednesday arguing with Moxley. Then he shows up on Saturday and argues with Jericho. Like, we're sending mixed signals here, boss. Swerve setting it up. Ricochet on the apron. I don't like the scissor angle. I don't get it. Nana's got a pipe. And not, see, little silliness. Big kick as Nana runs off Ricochet. Not right. Not what should happen. How is 2 count, 2 count? AR almost got the win. Oh, it killed him. It might have killed him, and it destroyed Adam Cole. 450! Rumble for Jade to dump over the one. Yeah, 100%. Be a big moment. You have Jade, Naomi, and Bianca in the ring and a stare down. And you're not sure if she's going to hit somebody or who she's going to hit. Flatliner! House call! Up on the top. AR Fox scooting into position. AR Fox was a business issue with his papers. That's on Tony. Yeah, but it was a fix like that shouldn't have taken 2 years. And Swerve gets the win as he should. Looking pretty strong. An okay match. I thought the tag match was better. But not a bad match. Ricochet should not be getting run off by Nana. And the scissor thing, like them having a fake fight with a pipe and scissors, it takes something that could be really serious, really cool, and makes it feel a little stupid. Do y'all agree with that? I agree. Like, I love it. I've praised nothing but Ricochet's turn's been great. But now you're making it silly. Now Ricochet's in the back, he'll have Nana. Yeah. Okay. When Trevor gets run off by your sidekick. As he's holding scissors to his neck. And that's where you lose me. That's where you lose me. Like, I actually thought that was a pretty good promo from Ricochet. If he would have walked away without turning to Nana and saying stuff, he nailed it. When he turned to talk and started acting, you lost him. He gets really fake. He gets after school special. But holding the scissors to his neck like that, you lose me, man. This isn't a fucking, this isn't some action movie in a sense. Like, him waiting for AR Fox to get in position was funny. Scoot, bitch, scoot! AR Fox forgives him. As we go to a replay of the main event from last week, Hobbs and Big Bill having a face-off on Saturday. Again, help me understand. Are they going to put Hobbs in the learning tree? We're back with Jericho and another New York Minute. A good chance to go take a pee, folks. Because we know his minute's going to last about 3.5. I love Prince Nana. Is Rikishi going with the Hurt Business in the end? Oh, Ricochet. I don't think so. Or you would have done it. I mean, don't rule anything out with AEW, but I think that moment's passed. Ironic saying, Jericho saying, learning moments are only learning moments if you learn from them. This man don't seem to be learning shit about what he's doing. Should just stop Nana. That's not nice, Jay. So Jericho gives Big Bill shit. Keith giving Big Bill shit. Big Bill might be stepping away from this, and this might actually be a guy that used Jericho to get over. I can still get behind him. He's the dork nobody wants to talk to. I like Ricochet right now. Being in the backstage of the show and holding scissors to someone's throat with no ref, no security, nobody coming like around. No, you think there's other wrestlers in the back. If you want to make me go, holy shit, you have other wrestlers pull Ricochet away, but him to be just on camera with a cameraman holding the scissors to his neck, too much of a stretch for me. Now here comes MJF. Now you would have assumed you would have got MJF during the Jeff Jarrett segment. I'm a little confused. I will admit. Cut my music. So I'm a little confused. MJF versus Jobber. Is Tony doing? No, he's cutting off the match. Big Bill Ring. Yeah, I'm in. Even Hobbs for Ring of Honor World Title. I'd be okay with that too. But again, Hobbs they're all died. Like everybody is just fighting everybody at random. I'm a Jericho ninja. I got to get me some gold scissors. Those scissors did match Nana's gold necklace. You can't be cool without gold scissors. Would Hobbs versus Lashley cook? It could. Especially because you got a veteran like Lashley that could lead a big man like Hobbs. The problem at this point, you need both those guys to look strong, so that match can't happen yet. But Hobbs, Lashley would definitely work, and I think Lashley would do great to put him over. You stop it, Mega. We can't be friends. Swerve can probably do better setup as to why the stakes matter than Ricochet, especially in ring. Facts. So MJF's here now. He just, I think, called Jeff Jarrett senile, and the crowd barely reacted. A few murmurs. That's crazy. MJF getting no reaction. Jumbo, yeah, XL Cope. Jumbo Cope. Can I get a Jumbo Cope? A liter of Cope, please. I'll take a liter of Cope. You mean a large? Big Bill for Ring of Honor World Champ. I'm good. Big Bill underutilized, like everybody under Jericho underutilized. The Bounty Hunter is underutilized under Jericho. That guy can go, man. He got big eyes, big everything. Pause. If Jericho was the leader and didn't do any fighting, maybe a good thing. It's just too much of Jericho. 5 years of Jericho, the booking decisions based on his desires, the favorable booking, the preferential treatment, angles he doesn't belong in. And watching him jump on everything that gets a little bit of buzz is disappointing for me as a fan. It's transparent. It's obvious. It's embarrassing. He sucks. It doesn't work. He just latches on to everything. I said it, everything. He can't help himself. Oh, AJ Boom, the Costco guy's here. Maybe I'll do something with him. Oh, Cope's back. Let me jump on that dick. Jericho is washed up. Jericho makes things bad. Anybody that saw the match between Jericho and Dax just a few days ago, it's fucking awful. It doesn't help. Jericho needs to step away. And Jericho is not completely and utterly useless. He does have value, but his big ego, this attitude that he has about literally believing he's the Ayatollah of rock and roll, it is what the fuck? So we got Adam Page, Jumbo Cope, heatless. It is fucking frigid. And that is coming from a cold-blooded Canadian. It is fucking frigid. He is getting nothing from this crowd. So MJF comes out last week, and him and Jared are telling each other what a piece of shit each of them are. Jared comes out tonight, gets punched by Claudio, and Adam Page comes out to beef with MJF. Why? Well, MJF interrupted Adam Page last week. But the crowd pops for Page. In my opinion, one of the MVPs. Oh, they just walked off because Page was going to fight the jobber. One of the MVPs of AEW in 2024, Hangman Page. And they're chanting cowboy shit. So he went from this crazy guy that they were booing. Now they're cheering him. He got himself over just being him. It works. It's real. It's authentic. It works. And a 2-second win. Would Jericho be a manager? Bobby? Yeah, Bobby Lashley-esque would work too. You know, like what? Did I say Bobby Lashley? MVP. Oh my God. That looked nasty. Dead. He needs to be lit on fire in a quick way, my guy. Maybe Hangman Page is the guy to light him on fire. Another. Oh. Is this Christopher Daniels? Here comes Christopher Daniels. Are everybody following along? He's wearing a neck brace, and Page meets him at the top of the ramp, yelling at him. I wanted to be your friend. Bobby Lashley has won every single championship that you can win now. He's a tag team champion for the first time ever. Congrats to Bobby Lashley. Hangman MJF would be great. So Daniels is putting Adam Page over right now. Mox doing fine. No, it's just rough in a feud versus JJ, but Max is doing fine. Max is doing a good promo. It's you think it's the Double J effect? That promo was flat. He's making his little jokes and the crowd murmuring. How could you even play out for MJF to help Jarrett win against Mox if he doesn't even have a title shot yet? So I'm just over MJF. Again, watching AEW, and let's go back a little bit for the older folk in the building tonight. Watching AEW at times is when you would watch the old scrambled, when you didn't have the pay-per-view channel, and it was just scrambly lines, and y'all know what I'm talking about. I ain't saying it, but that's what it's like. Like you're watching, and you're trying to see what you're trying to understand, but it's just static. It's just colors and wobbles and weaves, and every once in a while, you think you see something you're looking for. Oh, that might be one. No, we don't know. But that's what it's like at times. Some of the younger folk out there, you might not get what I say, but basically, it's like trying to watch one of your shows and it's glitchy. Money is not entirely sure. Hangman Adam McIntyre. I just want to be friends. I love you. You love me. I respect you. We're so good. I just wanted to love you. Why didn't you let me love you? Fallen Angel. Again, nothing personal against Fallen Angel, Daniels, but nope, Daniels and Hangman put on a banger of a match on Collision. They did have a good one, but I don't like, guy comes out, cuts a promo, guy interrupts, guy has a 3-minute match, another guy comes out and interrupts. It gets a little clunky. I don't get what is Page. The crowd's already cheering for Page. He doesn't need Christopher Daniels to come out and give him a hand job in front of everybody. MJF doesn't have an opponent he's hungry for. That'll change. You can tell when he gets invested in a story versus doing what he's told. It's the ADHD look of the spark of madness versus the okay, sure look. He needs something of substance. And MJF, to me, like I said earlier, Kenny Omega, Swerve Strickland, Will Ospreay, MJF, these are guys that should be at the forefront of your business. These are guys that should be on every poster. You should be building your stars, your legitimate main event guys. But they're down below right now. They're not. If you had them exchanging valuable rivalries at the top of the division, that mattered. The belt gets interesting. The wrestlers get interesting. Big problem with MJF is the lack of opponent, as you said, that the fans are really invested in. 3-0. He needs knee pads, metaphorically, legitimately. Why does everybody fight jobbers? Does TK not know? Now, I will say this, kid, and I don't know if it's true, but we're on a good vibe tonight. I'm wondering if a couple of the jobbers we've seen tonight were local jobbers due to the I don't want to keep local enhancement talent because of the weather. Samoa Joe didn't make it tonight, so they fill it in with a quick jobber match. Could be the case. Now, your argument's going to be, but this happens on all the shows. Valid. Yes, he is kind of retired now. Wrestling retired, as I would say. By the way, we are on commercial break, folks. I will take a second to remind you. Actually, we will have a quick word from our sponsor. I'm just kidding. That's it, folks. Go check out our merch store today. Go be a part of the fun. Go be a part of the show. And the reason why this one's up on the screen, this is one of our newest creations. I believe if all goes well by the end of the week, we are going to have something special going out that I really, really, really want the chat and the fans to get behind. So check out our merch store. Keep an eye out. More stuff coming your way. More exciting items for you. We're working on more. We got the mugs, we got the hats, we got the hoodies, we got all the things. And as soon as I find my button, I'm back. But Mercedes Moné and all her fucking belts are here. We got balloons. So Rev Pro champion, one of the most undeserving human beings I've ever seen in my life. Right. Sorry. But it's true. You know what I'm saying. Hangman Adam McIntyre. Adam, watch yourself, sir. That still happens with my car satellite. Right? Harley's back. Yes. Harley Cameron is challenging Moné, and I'm fucking pumped about it. Let her win. Moné's got 4 belts. She only needs 3. Double Harley. Yeah, double. She is fucking excellent. She's excellent. She's fucking excellent. No more. No Moné. And then Moné makes me throw up in my mouth. Figure that one out. Yeah, it just wasn't necessary. If you didn't want the match, then what the fuck did he accept it? It's unnecessary. It added nothing to future programming. They had a banger match on Saturday, and we move on. We knew what the stipulations were. Move on. Him coming out to stroke him off in front of people doesn't benefit anybody. So Mercedes says, fuck no. Yeah, I know you love her, but give me a couple reasons why. Yes, let's go. We're into the shallows now. No, but here comes Jamie Hayter. Let's go. Danny saved the save. Again, 100% saved it. Danny. Yes, Danny. I got you. Only Harley Cameron can make me like a Mercedes segment. Give her the match. Give her the fucking belt. Do it. Harley Cameron is 1,000% more entertaining than Mercedes Moné. And I will fight. I will die on that fucking hill. One of the best entrances going. Julia Hart in the building, folks, as we are about to get Julia Hart, Jamie Hayter too. And I will admit, I'm interested in this match. I don't feel hyped about it. Like Jamie Hayter, Julia too. Has there been like big segments or brawls? Have I missed something? All right, it should be good. Let's hope. Mercedes with 4 belts is dumb. It's fucking stupid. It's indulgent. Tony's paying for them. You can quote me on that. I believe Tony Khan is fronting cash to the group. Mercedes is going to come over. You get notoriety. We'll get her the belt. We'll get her the belt. It means nothing. It means nothing. Nothing. Whose entrance is better, Jade or Julia Hart? Julia Hart gets a slight edge. I like it a little bit better. I like the music better. Hayter lose the jacket. Yeah, Hayter really went back to that like she's extra on The Spy Who Shagged Me. Wait for Austin Powers to show up and manager. But you say she's great. What is she great at? I don't know what she's great at. She a fucking terrible promo. She's got a terrible attitude. She seems like an absolute horrible human being to be anywhere near. What is she great about, Damien? I love you, bro. I just don't know. Let's go. Let's fucking go. Julia Hart versus Hayter sucked the first time. Why would we want to see it the second time? Yeah, I mean, again, and it made no sense. Jamie Hayter returns. She comes back on a pre-show. She's your former champion. And again, in the middle of your card, not at the top of the division. So you have someone like Jamie Hayter who can really go and really give us good matches, give us quality. And instead, I got to get more Mercedes Moné shoved down my throat. All of their builds are done through the internet. Yeah, pretty much. Oh, groovy, baby. Well, hopefully. Oh, I didn't put this one up in the chat. I will take a quick poll as I forgot all about her business poll. Sometimes people remind me. All right, Jamie Hayter. Julia Hart in WWE with Aleister Black would be awesome. I think the entire House of Black could be something special in the WWE. We'll find out, though. I love Mercedes' attitude because she doesn't take crap from anyone. That's what I like about it. Or she's just a bitch. I know maybe I'm not supposed to say that in 2024, but she seems to have a shitty attitude, and not a pleasant attitude. I've even seen fan videos and some of the Mercedes lovers. Oh, she don't take shit. No, she's being an asshole. If someone else had done that, or a guy had done that and behaved the way she does publicly at times, they'd be eaten alive. But Mercedes, some people think she's hot, so she can do whatever the fuck she wants. I disagree. She seems like an asshole. Hayter wins. Monet is very good in the ring. Definitely knows how to use her build. I think Monet can be good in the ring, and we saw her have a couple good matches recently. I think Sasha's great in the ring when she's carried. That's my opinion. She needs a Bailey. She needs a Charlotte. She needs a Becky. But you put her in there with Mina, it's sloppy as fuck. It's clunky. You put her in there with the wrong people, she is not good enough to carry. I agree with you, Kyle. Jamie Hayter's been outstanding, lost the belt, forgot that she had a belt. Stat, I thought was going towards the world title, and she circled back to the TBS title and failed to win it. So I don't get what the point that was. 1 year in the making, she holds the belt, she gives it up, and just doesn't progress. Who cares is the answer to that question, Lisa. Where is Matt Sydal? Did he retire? I don't know. I don't care. Jamie Hayter's skin is clearing up. Love to see it. Okay. Where got that one? Jamie Lynch Hayter. Oh, I see what you did there. Monet has zero personality. Yep. I like fucking wet noodle. Monet is basically 90 Shawn Michaels without substance abuse plus in-ring and mic skills. Just like HBK, but different in every way. She has all the attitude of an HBK without any of the merit. And I think that's what rubs me the worst. Like what bothers me the most about Monet is she's got an attitude she hasn't earned. This feud is heatless. It really is. The fuck does that have to do with wrestling? Damien, what did I miss? I hate to chat that always discredits Mercedes Monet, but she has done in the women's division. What has she done in the women's division? She takes the spotlight. She buried Camille. She has shitty matches. What is she doing for the women's division? The women's division sucks. It's not strong. It's not booked strong. We get a 9-minute match between 9 p.m. and 9:30 every week. What has Monet done to make the women's division better? Nothing. I appreciate you, bro, but she hasn't done a thing. Mercedes Monet kind of looks like an artwork. Yeah. Is it me or does Tony put women's matches in the same? There you go. My buddy Tony Rings out there. I'm not sure if he's listening right now, but he says it all the time. The 9 to 9:30. Last week, exception to the rule. But usually between 9 and 9:30, a 9 to 11-minute match. Maybe the House of Black versus the Wyatt Six feud in WWE. Maybe one day. I'm all but giving up on the Wyatt Six. I really am. I'm disappointed. The House of Black coming back. I mean, Malachi should be a guy that goes after world titles. Malachi Gunther, Malachi Jey Uso, Malachi, Sami Zayn. It all flies. It all works. It all checks. As we come back body drop off the second turnbuckle. I was the biggest Sasha Banks fan when she came out. Loved her, but I can't recognize the shit right here. She's just not produced well. And when you're not produced well, you get exposed. If you don't have that natural talent, there you go. She's counterfeit Monet, folks. Counterfeit. Mercedes went MIA when she lost the tag titles to the Iconics. Bailey show up to work the next day. Again, spoiled, entitled, demanding, inflated ego. She is the female version of Chris Jericho. And at least he has some reason to have a big ego as far as what he's accomplished. I think she's had some world titles. Didn't defend them very often because they didn't want her having that belt long term because she's boring as fuck. But Charlotte wins, and Charlotte wins because she's talented. The only thing I don't like with Charlotte is if she's a baby face. It's terrible promos. But Hayter putting a beating on Julia because they wanted Willow for the world title like her, but Bud Stat defense deserves more. Willow, two. Willow could absolutely be a merchandising monster, though. I think Willow could be like the second coming of Hugger Bailey. Brandon, what's up? What's up? I heard Seidel in Ring of Honor. Great. Just Britt Baker. Just like Britt Baker. Could be. I'm very curious where this Britt Baker story goes. I'm really curious about it. I do like Jamie, but the old look was better. I've heard other people and other podcasters criticize the vintage look on Jamie Hayter. I'm curious how the fans feel out there about it. This is the reason why I'm a heel on Wednesday. Well, it's why I'm a heel on Wednesdays. Wasn't Harley with Soraya? She kind of sort of was, but Soraya asked for time off. Soraya apparently is going through some personal issues. And yeah, she apparently will be back. Which again, why? I'll give you that. Nice hair pull. The overhead shot was decent. Charlotte is not worth all the hype she gets. It's way more than the other ladies I'd rather see than her. I know Charlotte takes a lot of heat, but I will tell you, in my honest opinion, Charlotte will go down as one of the greatest females of all time. And she had to overcome a lot of things. Oh, Jesus Christ. I missed the intro, but I hope Julia Hart is still doing the spooky witch thing. She is. Wow. Down onto the knee. Big clothesline. Hayter is kicking the shit out of it. Wow. Holy shit. Jamie Hayter put a stomping on Julia Hart. I feel like Hayter is Hayter is doing a lot of the work in this match. 100%. Julia Hart's great. Just inexperienced, young. People talk about her being world champion. No way. This is where you need a proper development. This is where you need to build people up through your ranks. Thoughts with Khan and Baker? I think it's fucking hilarious. And I can't confirm or deny the legitimacy of the recording of, Tony being overheard. Oh. Wait, what? Hayter's got a mic and nobody knows what she's talking about. What is this? Hayter wins. 48% of the chat getting that right. 52%. Oh, no, less than 52%. 35% got it wrong. You spit in my face. You tried to kill me. What is this? It came from Conan. That's all you need to know. It's a very good point, Misfit. Very good point, Misfit. 10-0. Jose racking it in tonight. Okay, so we got another one of those. I love you. You love me. Let's all wrestle happily. So we are going to get Julia Hayter 3. Crickets. Fucking crickets. Yeah, I don't know why they did this. That could have been done in a completely separate segment. That could have been done as we get Powerhouse Hobbs in the back. Yeah, just you had a pretty good match, and then you followed it by killing the crowd. He's going to be waiting in the parking lot on Saturday, he says. As up next, our main event. I completely forgot we were supposed to get Samoa Joe and Nick Wayne. Keep working on that song. Let's go. Let's go. AEW has too many titles to have since they don't have a split roster. Too many titles. Too many outside titles. I don't care. Nobody really cares. Maybe some nerds. Maybe some Uber marks. Nobody gives a flying fuck that Sasha Banks is the Rev Pro champion. I don't care. I don't fucking care. Doesn't help you sell AEW tickets. It might help sell Rev Pro tickets, but it's doing fuck and all for your product, for your company. It's not just have your titles, organize your titles, have a hierarchy in the divisions for those titles, build stories to those titles, and get rid of all the extra shit. It's the static. It's going back, like I said, going back to the old days of watching the Scramble channel. You got way too much static and noise. I will. It's all ad lib. But folks, we are on commercial break heading into the main event. I will take a moment to remind everybody we are live 7:45 p.m. tomorrow Eastern time. We will be live for TNA live for the first time in 8 years. First time on this channel doing a live Thursday night TNA show. We are looking forward to this one. All three hosts will be here. TNA doing big things. We know the relationship. They announced today that they're going to be going to Full Sail. So much going on. Praxium, the Rascals, Joe Hendry, your new champion. So much to talk about, so much to get into. And we will be joined by one of the best covering TNA in the world. Mr. Ringsider Anthony will be here with us. We're looking forward to it. Be here tomorrow. Do not miss out. We got one match left tonight. One match. 15 minutes to freedom. 20 minutes to freedom. Why can't we be friends? LOL. This can't be the only thing they know. It's fucked. Is it because like Tony Khan didn't have friends growing up? So every storyline somehow revolves around friendship? Will you be my friend? We used to be friends. Why are we not friends? Why are you friends with him? Why aren't you friends with me? I don't get it. I don't get it. When is the sky blue? When is sky blue? I don't know. I'm not like, oh my God, if we could only get her back to save this division. I have no idea. The missing Luchasaurus poster keeps taking my attention. And the crowd goes, they didn't even go mild, Lisa. They went like, what's less than mild? They went fucking generic. They went bland. They went meh. There was barely a fucking rumble. And again, it was just an unnecessary segment after a decent match. There's other ways to get to that. But that's not my style. I wrestle with respect, so we're gonna wrestle again. I thought Hobbs got Pillmanized, but it's Powerhouse Hobbs. But he did. Another handshake at the end of a match. Yeah, like I said. We're back with Swerve. Nana's upset. There you go. Swerve, man. 2 weeks from now, Atlanta, Georgia. Ricochet. Swerve Strickland. Let's fucking go. Maybe I catch you sooner than that. That was energized. He started off very like he was going to break out into a DMX song, but a really strong promo from Swerve. And to me, Swerve is a glaring example of a guy that could be an absolute shining star if you just get behind him the right way. As we got Brody King, that's funny. 30 people who watch Rev Pro were excited. Facts, right? And I'm not shitting on Rev Pro. We cover a lot of the indies. It just doesn't help your company. No gods, no masters. Just violence. So we are getting the House of Black post Malachi Black package. No masters, no gods, just a violence. You think you know me. We need more reasons. I got that one. Facts. What happened to La Faction Ingobernables? Los Goobers and Boogers? Los Ingobernables? Remember they made this big deal about signing Rush, and Rush was going to be a big thing, and then his brother signed with the WWE instead. Then they were in a faction and they did like a kidnapping angle, and then it went away and then it came back. Los Ingrenables, or La Faction Ingrenable. I don't know what the fuck we're saying. Yeah, no, they're gone. I don't know. With MIA, another group of people in the abyss that is, Tony Khan's purgatory. But Adam Copeland in the ring for your main event tonight, folks. Who you taking? Let me know. Let me know who's going to walk out of Dynamite with the W tonight. Will it be Cope or will it be Dope? I'm joking. Pac, we love you. As the bastard Pac coming out to the ring. And again, just hanging out in like the storage room. Like, you guys don't get chairs. You guys don't get to chill on a couch. You don't have a locker room. You just hang out in the storage area. And this intense music is really off the tone of what this guy is right now. Like, the fucking music's just going and he's so stoic. You need to slow this fucking track down a little. Am I wrong about the music? The music and the mood are not matching. It's like Moxley's words and his actions. None of this shit is none of this is cohesive. If you want to come out all stoic and angry and change the vibe of the music, make it a little more sinister. The Hounds of Hell. Yes. House of Black is dead. DOA, House of Black is gone. We need you to save. How am I going to save the show? All I can do is bitch about it. But the show's been all right. Like, I'm going to be straight up with people. The bulk of this show was highly enjoyable. I still remember how Swerve had all of the heat doing those whose house he could be their megastar instead of we got mocked. I think we posted it on our page a few months ago, but Swerve showed up at an independent show and the whole building fucking swayed. The energy, the buzz, people were so into Swerve Strickland. When you see Swerve Strickland on screen, they go nuts. Nana does a phenomenal job of hype manning. He gets the crowd into it. When they're being quiet, he wakes them up. He could be your Jey Uso, but he's fighting AR Fox. I love what they're doing with Ricochet and Swerve. Stop with the syringes. Stop with the scissors. Stop with the homicides and the kidnappings and the threatened manslaughter. Just stick to the fighting, the wrestling. If you wanted to clip to the back and Ricochet had Nana in a headlock and Nana being a manager is haplessly trying to get out of the headlock, and then Ricochet tells Swerve, we're going to fight, works for me. But with the minute they clip the Ricochet and he's got the scissors to his throat, I'm like, stupid. But ultimately, Swerve is a guy. Swerve, Ospreay. Again, this isn't negativity about AEW. This is positivity about AEW. But it's pointing out the fact that the guys that really could sell tickets, make people watch, make it destination viewing, aren't being used. Moxley's used. Jericho's used. The wrong people. Mercedes Moné is in the wrong spot. Your best people are sitting on the bench, and your mediocre players, the coach's kid. If you've ever played a sport and the coach's kid was on the team, I know you know what I'm talking about. But it's like a group of the coach's kids get all the fucking playing time. And the good guys are sitting on the bench. It's not good. But right now we are off and running, Pac in a little bit of control. 60% are going Cope, so not overly confident on Cope tonight. Tony Schiavone just said the Black Arrow. As we get head scissors, Pac to the outside. Did Schiavone just sell the Black Arrow as like the best move in all of wrestling? That is fucking remarkable. There is no move like it. I can think of 12. When do you think we will see Aleister Black back in WWE this month, next month? I don't know when his contractual obligations are done. If they're done, Rumble. How cool would it be if we get a lights out at Rumble and it's him? And they do like that casket up thing that he used to do in NXT? If the place just lights out, fog machines hit, and you get the fucking up, and that music hits, that Dutch metal, let's fucking go. Cope throwing Pac into the guardrail. Get back in the ring, boys. Black Arrow is fucking. I'm not saying it's not. It doesn't strike me as like the best move in all of wrestling, and can only be done by this one motherfucker. To me, it was a bit of an oversell. Ricochet got embarrassed, but how has he gotten revenge? Stabbed him in the back, cut a lock of hair, right? You hit me with a chair, but I'm going to cut off a piece of your hair. Well, that's a little crazy. You're going to make a little hair doll of me? What are you keeping my hair for? What are we doing here? Like, I mean, that happens often in real life, Willie, is, two grown men have beef and one guy clips the hair of the other guy. Oh, I got you, buddy. Ha, ha, ha. Pac and Copeland still on the outside. Get in the ring, boys. Get in the ring. Fight in the ring a little bit. Cope for the win. Cope for the win. Cope for the win. Peyton Manning's legitimate child. There you go. Dutch death metal. Let's go. Yeah, I'm with you for sure on that one. Would we all be losers for watching this AEW show if it wasn't for Wrestling for Life? Thank you, KJ. Tony Hayes, that is wonderful. I do appreciate it. We do like to bring everybody to as much wrestling as we possibly can. Bad, good, or indifferent. The wrestling might suck. We never do. And we love bringing you all these streams, all these shows. And again, back at it tomorrow for TNA Live. It's going to be a fun one. Looking forward to it. But we do have Copeland on the outside. As the camera zooming in on Copeland blading himself. What the fuck are we doing? That's what he was doing, right? Now, he might not have pulled it off, but they zoomed in on it. A lot of Pac's matches get a little set-uppy. Like, it takes them forever. We were talking about the Black Arrow being like such a fucking wicked move. It takes him 11 minutes to settle it like he's going for Olympic gold. As ladies and gentlemen, we go into picture in picture. About 11 minutes left on my clock. Just over 10. And Pac is in control. And again, am I the only one that just witnessed them zooming in on Copeland trying to blade? The House of Horrors versus the Gates of Agony on Saturday. All right. Are they calling them the House of Horrors? They're not doing that, right? You made that up? If you made that up, Damien, that's a good one. AEW cameraman are mid. They have a production truck. They have somebody running a show that are telling them what cameras to show and not show. Clip away. Clip the fuck away. Like, what are you doing? My favorite finisher of all time, Petey Williams with the Canadian Destroyer, Christopher Cox. You're just trying to be nice to me, sir. That, again, the Canadian Destroyer, outstanding move till everybody started doing it. Cope is getting protected by, like, Mahomes. Since last year's wild card playoff, the Bills have no turnovers in the past 4 postseason games, becoming the first team ever without a turnover in 4 consecutive. ABJ, I'm sure Nick would love to hear that. Me? Go Bills. No, I think Edge hit his head and is kind of knocked a little. I don't know, man. I think he did hit his head, but it looked like he was trying to blade, unless Yeah, I mean, I hope he didn't really fucking bump his head, but it did look like he was trying to blade. Maybe I'm wrong. It was really odd looking. The DDT used to be a devastating finisher when Jake the Snake did it. You didn't get up. Jake the Snake has stories about guys selling it so hard that they wouldn't. What was it? Superfly? That Jake got wrapped up in his own snake and Jimmy wouldn't get up because he was selling the DDT. You're fucked, bud. Yeah, I mean, again, I truly believe that finishers should matter. All companies across the board, a little too many kickouts. And WWE is guilty of it too at times. Protect the finishers. The only thing I find about the AEW guys more than most is they seem to use everybody's shit. Like all of a sudden Moxley does a fucking RKO or a cutter. They're just like, oh, now I'm gonna do a stomp and I'm gonna do a fucking a tombstone, which to me blows my mind. It hurts my feelings. The tombstone should be retired. Nobody but the Undertaker should be allowed to do a tombstone in a wrestling ring. Facts. Go! What about him? Pac for the win with help? Maybe. Hogan used to win with a freaking leg drop. Yeah. Presentation matters. I mean, how many matches did Rock win with an elbow? John Cena with a fucking 5-knuckle shuffle. And you got the pin? All about presentation, folks. If you work it and you can get it over, it doesn't matter. You're going to have to enjoy Cope. He only has 2 more years left of wrestling. He said that. 2 years? Jesus Christ. I hope. I'm worried about him. He tries to do this till 2027? Woo! What is 2027 Adam Copeland going to look like? How do you feel about Tombstone off the apron? It baffles me, C-Money. I don't mind. If you do it, the match is over. If somebody gets hit with a Tombstone, especially not on the in the ring, yeah, we'll get the odd kick out. But if you tombstone somebody on a table, chair, fucking stairs, ramp, it's done. Sell the fuck out of it. It is done. Yes, she does. Both men down. Big drop kick. Blading should never be seen. I can't wait to hear, the old school guys out there. Jimmy Cornette losing his mind. This fucking moron. Michael Cole says it's a Mexican destroyer. That pisses me off, Ken. Because think about it. An Irish whip is always an Irish whip. You don't change the name of the move because of the birthplace of the person doing it. It's not a Mexican whip. A Canadian destroyer is a Canadian destroyer. Done by a Mexican, it's still a Canadian destroyer. It's got a little spice to it. Cope needs 2 months left. Maybe right. Maybe right. This match is okay. This match is okay. If AEW fans will still be here in 2 years for it to matter. That's a good question, my guy. It's a good point. Now, the company will still be here, but will the fans still be here? A lot of people talk about the fall of AEW, and I really don't want that. That's why I'm here every Wednesday. But, wow. Spinebuster, Sky High. Will Ospreay versus Brian Cage next week. Why is Excalibur talking over all the action? That's my job. Call some action, you idiot. Best tag finisher, Doomsday Device, Dudley Death Drop. Yeah, LOD. I'm with you there. The Dudley Death Drop, nobody ever kicked out of that. And then finally, WWE had some kickouts of it. But yeah, I kind of like the Doomsday Device. Might be my favorite of all time. Edge has been my favorite wrestler since 1998, so this is very hard for me because I love this guy and I hate the modern AEW. You can put on bangers still. I never say he won't. I love Edge. I love Lamp. No, I'm a big fan of Cope. I think there's something there with Cope. Obviously, he's had such a great career. I just feel like, I just feel like if they could just do more with him, do better with him. Him fighting Pac tonight's not a bad thing. He beats Pac. Maybe next he has to fight Claudio. After that, he gets to Moxley. Cope connects. What was the fan vote on this one? 62% Copeland, 25% nobody, 11% Pac. How they kick out of a stomp on a cinder block. Well, the cinder block was made of dust, and that helped. Ricochet should go to Mardi Gras and find a voodoo witch lady. Oh, there you go, Tony. Oh, yeah, we'll have a voodoo gimmick. We haven't had that since Papa Shango, the warrior. Cope getting up. Pac fighting to get to his feet. I think there was better matches on the show. And actually, you could have maybe ended the show. Now, we'll see what the angle is here. You could have maybe ended the show with the Hurt Syndicate tonight. But a good match, Richard. Pac up and over. Cope catches him, though. Facts. Oh, got him in the brutalizer. If anyone can make me care about what's going on in the ring while in the ring, it's Cope, it's Kenny, it's Darby, it's Ospreay. Shazam, I'm with you, buddy. I mean, that's, I think, where seeing Cope fucking around with Jericho hurts me. Seeing, like, again, I don't want to beat it to death, but seeing Ospreay, Kenny, Swerve, even Darby at times, those are the guys that should be the focal point of this show. Build the show around the biggest names, the biggest guys, the guys that are going to give you the best payoffs at the end of it. And instead, you cater to your friends, and the nepotism runs wild. Cope's mullet sucks. I do not judge the hair of other men. I have lost that right. Very good match. We can bring out the cart. Let's go. Von Erichs versus the Freebirds. Christopher Cox going way back. I followed HBK's career since Sean was in the World Class Championship Wrestling. Yeah, I mean, again, absolute phenomenal career. A lot of dark, shady times, but he seemed to have come out of it for the better. He got that crop top. Oh, hooking him up. Rings of Saturn. John Moxley. The Velveteen Dream changed to the name of everyone's move for himself. How dare he? I actually wish Pac wasn't stuck in a Death Riders group. The only thing I'm a huge Pac fan. Really love what Pac does, but his career in AEW has been so inconsistent. Some of it his fault, some of it not his fault. But it's just we haven't had enough Pac. And what happens, and I think this happened to MJF, when you come in for a short time, cut your material like Pac used to with those crazy, weird vignettes, right? Great vignettes. But then you come in for a short time, then you leave. Then you come back and you restart those vignettes. Then you leave. The fans give up. And I think that's part of what's happening with MJF. He comes in for a couple weeks, gone. So you kind of you kind of forget about him. Then he comes back and it feels like, oh, you're just saying what you did say. You're just repeating yourself. Both men down again. Good match. Good main event. The problem with this, it's good. It's just a very work rate. Every match, work rate. Why did you beep out one and not the other? Don't give TK that idea. He find a way to F it up. Come on. Good match because the AEW only selling point. I need a reason to get invested. I agree with you. And it's over. What? I don't know if I was distracted by you guys, but it just ended. Adam Copeland puts Pac down tonight, folks, in your main event of Dynamite. Nice win for Copeland. Solid match. I just feel like I looked away and it was over. Edge wins. Scotty Riggs and Buff Bagwell. The elevated blockbuster. The great finisher. I like the blockbuster as a move, period. I really like the blockbuster as a move. Oh, we're in the back. Yeah, this shit's got to stop, guys. This shit has to stop. And they're not even explaining why. So the Rock and Roll Express are they got a concerto. Nice win over Neville. This shit sucks. We don't care about the Rock and Roll Express. But Dax, FTR all tied up. Yeah, FTR suck. But here come the Death Riders. Edge all by himself. And again, for me, if you're just tuning in, I'm going to give this show a really good mark. But the worst shit on this show is Moxley. It's the shit we don't want. That if you could have just went into the sunset, but we get another fucking kidnapping. We already had scissors to the throat. It's got to stop. It's got to go away. And nobody even understands why they beat the shit out of the Rock and Roll Express. Oh, they were on Collision. We know. But we should have seen an interaction between Cope and the Rock and Roll Express tonight. Now everybody kicking the shit out of Cope. Moxley just hugging him. Oh, no, it's Claudio. Claudio's just hugging him. And we got company. Jay White. There comes Switchblade. Yeah, fucking FTR needs the APA. There goes Claudio, folks. Jay White in here running amok. And walks into a Moxley boot. Moxley runs his mouth. Reversal! And Wheeler kicks him in the balls. Jay White, okay. Again, so another guy getting decimated. But I will say this. I've been so critical of the Death Riders. At least now, they're beating up people that matter. Seven, Switchblade Jay White, 7 out of 10. Oh, wow, another heel beatdown. Who could have seen this coming for the 5th time this show alone? This Death Rider shit ain't gonna end, is it, Tony? I get it now. This Death Rider shit is killing your show. Again, I'm giving tonight's show complimentary rating. I'm being generous. I like the show. No, I don't think so. Play dead. And the Death Riders walk out. It's like ordering food, but they keep bringing you random shit you didn't. I don't care if it's good food. It's not what I wanted. Facts, Willie. But ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of the show. That is the end of Dynamite. Get your ratings out of 10 in. I will kind of run this down with you guys tonight. Overall, not a bad show, though. Lots of energy, lots of good stuff, lots of twists and turns, lots of excitement. Again, I think if Moxley wasn't the world champion, I think if you didn't have that as your ending of the night, and it's, well, he's getting heat, that's why you don't like it, KJ. No, I really don't want to see grown men kidnapped every week. FTR look like complete fucking morons. They look completely fucking stupid that other grown men tricked them into being taped and tied to chairs on a weekly fucking basis. On a weekly basis with no with no weapons. No weapons, nothing. How did it happen? They put him in a chokehold from behind. The fact that they can chair toad fucking Ricky Morton, I don't care. I don't care. Fuck them. But that's it, folks. Get your ratings in. Let me know how you felt about the show tonight. How did you feel? What did you like? What didn't you like? What was good? What was bad? What was in between? Well, let's go. 5 out of 10. A little bit low, but Dave, you're allowed. You're allowed. Who in the Fox thinks this shit is cool? I don't get it. And again, it's just bad decisions. Ricochet swerve, outstanding angle, good energy, lots of heat for Ricochet, lots of buzz for and hype for Swerve. And then you introduce scissors to the throat. Then less than an hour later, you have an outright kidnapping. We've seen them force people to drink poison. We've seen the FTR already kidnapped. That is where you're stretching the imagination too far. And it gets unrealistic. It becomes bullshit. And Moxie's all around not good. But hey, 8.5 out of 10. Fair enough. I like that. What's the chance you bring in Beth? I highly anticipate it. To me, it would just simply be up to Beth. How much money can we get out of Tony Khan for, 2 or 3, appearances? That's what I think's at play here. Beth countering Marina makes a lot of sense. But then again, Marina should kick the shit out of Beth. 8 out of 10. Let's see who saves Edge. It was Jay. Death Riders are just a group of bullies in a company of bullies. Yeah, but kind of, sort of. They're doing big things that somehow are supposed to give you the vibe of, like, oh my God, they're so badass. But somebody recently, and Nick and I talked about it this week, compared the Death Riders to NWO. It's asinine. It's bullshit. It's ridiculous. But then when the NWO showed up, they beat the fuck out of everybody. They weren't often, and I know someone's going to go find the one clip that they do it. They weren't kidnapping their competitors. They weren't, like, I know every once in a while they bring a fucking taser to the ring and zap somebody, fuck up a whole angle. But you know what I mean? Just all Moxie has to do is fuck people up, beat people up, be a badass. But you want to do all this fucking indie D-level movie bullshit that you've seen somewhere. And again, it's the wrong vibe, the wrong energy. I don't like it. 7 out of 10. Switchblade, Jay White. Oh my God. Look at how bad Moxley was punching Edge in the head. Shit. Welcome back, Jay White. It's been a while. 7 out of 10. Oh wow, another heel beatdown. I got that one. Yeah, no, just one after the other. Death Rider shit ain't gonna end, is it? Got that. KJ, I got that already. D Riders killing the rating. My rating. 4 out of 10 knee pads. Woo! A little low. Death Riders worse than the TNA Aces and Eights faction. Woo! Maybe. This might be the best Dynamite so far this year. I would agree with that. Actually. That was a good show for once. We want Hangman. Hangman's over. Hangman's getting cheered. Hangman's got energy. Put Hangman in something that matters. That's why I put the Death Riders up against Contra. I see what you're saying. Oh shoot. 7.5, 5.5, 10. 3.5, 7. FTR got kidnapped again. How fucking stupid do they seem? Like, you get kidnapped once, shit happens. You didn't see it coming. You get kidnapped twice in the same fucking month. Quit. Stay home. Lock your doors. The fuck are you doing? Get a dog. Do something. How the fuck do you get kidnapped twice in the same month? 5 out of 10, 6 out of 10. Is there any way the future Jay White signs with WWE? I don't know. That's such a hard one, honestly. It all depends on the climate, right? There was a time where signing with AEW was what everybody wanted to do, wanted to get away from Vince. Then the world changed, and now everybody wants to join Papa Paul, and people seem to be jumping ship on Tony. Who knows what's going to happen by the time his contract's done? I like Jay White a lot. That's all I'm going to say. 7 out of 10. Did they say R&R Express was in the building? Yeah, like, again, if you want to build something, if you want to have a moment matter, or like, you have a segment in the back where Cope's talking to Ricky and Ricky Morton, and why can't I remember the other member of Rock and Roll Express right now? Ricky and Ronnie? What the fuck? But you have FTR there, and they're all having a powwow, and you sell to the fans why this matters. If you are to see these people get hurt, why would it matter to this guy? Does Edge, like, I know they did some stuff on Collision, but does Edge really give a fuck about the Rock and Roll Express? Maybe not. 6.5, 7, 6.5, 7.5. I'm gonna go 7 tonight. 7. If you wouldn't have ended the show with the Moxley stuff, I would have given it an 8. Again, just little mistakes. You lose some of the fan base, you lose some of the audience when you get it stupid, when you get silly, and still a little too much of like I said, like kumbaya, I'm your friend, I love you, you love me, welcome to wrestling. 6.5 out of 10. Best Dynamite in weeks, but the main event angle still sucks. Didn't care to see Hangman fight a jobber. Jeff MJF promo sucked, and the Ricochet scissors stuff was cringe. Fair enough. Y'all should do a Royal Rumble drawing contest. We'll think about it. We'll definitely think about it. Aces and eights at least had interesting storylines. Facts. Storylines are king. They matter. They could let Darby beat Danielson, couldn't they? And now we got this stuff. I thought it. You guys were here live with us. We talked about it a lot. I thought Darby was the guy to take the belt from Danielson. It would have been an opportunity for Danielson to put a young guy over. Instead, he got choked out with a plastic bag, and Moxley's our fucking champ, and nobody cares. 3 out of 10, 6 out of 10. Yeah, I'm gonna go 7 tonight. 7.5. I mean, again, I thought it was a really good show. It opened with energy. It banged out of the gate. New World like, I almost feel like we could have ended the show with the Hurt Syndicate being the last thing we saw tonight. That picture of Bobby, MVP, and Shelton in the middle of the ring with the belts could have been the last thing we saw tonight, and I think it would have left a better taste in our mouth. Pause. Hold that thought. But ultimately, yeah, if you're going to do a kidnapping angle with Mox, and I get it, he's your world champion, but I mean, I kind of wish that went earlier in the show. Absolutely. Old man Cope. God, fuck. Yeah, no kidding. Darby's going to climb Mount Everest. Yes, he is, apparently. And Tony's fronting the bill. Kenny and Ospreay could have ended the night too. That's fair. But I do like starting the show with the energy. I agree with you on that. That would have been a much better than another Death Riders flat ending. It's because the Death Riders shit is bullshit. We know it's bullshit. We know that you work here. And I get it. We've had angles in the past that, bend the realism. I get it. When done right, you can do certain things. But you can't do you can't shove all your wrestlers in a Rambo movie. Like, it doesn't make sense. But ladies and gentlemen, that was Dynamite. That was the show. You guys are awesome. We appreciate all of you out there. Hell of a show tonight. A good one. I mean, again, for my money, we had 4 Wednesdays. 3 of the 4 Wednesdays have worked for me with AEW. I think they're doing okay. I think there's a lot of good there. And you're getting away with some stuff because the talent overrides the booking. You put Kenny and Ospreay together and tell them to have this crazy segment, they deliver. They hammer it out. But the booking, Tony Khan continues to be the Achilles heel of AEW. Guys like Moxley are killing it. Jericho sucks. Jericho always sucks. Go get your t-shirt. But all in all, that is our show. I appreciate every single one of you for spending even a minute with us. Go check out our socials. We are back for a very epic live TNA tomorrow night. Cannot wait to go live. I know Anthony's chomping at the bit, but we are looking forward to it. But as always, folks, the wrestling might suck. We never do. Be a friend. Tell a friend. Come back for TNA. We got so much coming your way. And until then, see you on the flip side. Good night.